right. I might be a princess, but we're both people underneath all of our clothes. I doubt we look much different. You're not sure about that. Hejka, to Alex Blackrose i witam was wszystkich bardzo serdecznie w kolejnym odcineczku Get Lonely Here. Ostatnio, jeżeli się nie mylę, to budziliśmy naszą księżniczkę i chyba w sumie pomogliśmy jej się chyba tak ubrać, jak dobrze pamiętam. Zakończyliśmy jeden raut, jesteśmy na drugim, zostanie nam jeszcze trzeci i bardzo prawdopodobne jeszcze coś, tak podejrzewamy. Tak samo krąży już kilka teorii, które tam podrzuciliśmy w poprzednich odcinkach, nadal nie wiemy w sumie, z czym to się wszystko je, ale zobaczymy. Sobie tutaj weszłam na gallery, żeby zobaczyć te ekstra, te locked mnie niesamowicie interesuje, ale to podejrzewam, że musimy skończyć gierę, żeby w ogóle móc się tam dostać. Teraz, gdzie byśmy skończyli? Czytamy po angielsku, staram się dawać głosy, często zapominam, jak te głosy miały brzmieć, więc tutaj jak najbardziej po prostu wyobraźcie sobie ten głos. Nie musicie mnie słuchać. Nie będziemy tłumaczyć, jest to cały czas po angielsku, żeby tutaj ułatwić, uszybcić i usprawnić cały ten proces, bo jakbym miała wszystko tłumaczyć, to chyba bym oszalała. Ja sobie mogę rozumieć angielski, ja sobie mogę angielski czytać łamanym angielskim, ale mogę sobie czytać. Ale jeżeli chodzi o tłumaczenie, tym bardziej na bieżąco, na żywo, to ja już jestem po 2 zdaniach wycieńczona. Nie wiem, tak na mnie działa język angielski, jak mam tłumaczyć. Dobra. You are not sure about that. You have not yet seen the princess unadored, but you already know to look at her face that you are different. She's much, much prettier than you are, but she's waiting, and you do not wish to keep her any longer. You steady your nerves. Then you reach out with trembling hands, and you begin to undo the buttons which run down the front of the princess's nightgown. You work as quickly as you are able, which, given how badly your hands are shaking, is not very. You fumble with a couple of buttons, flinching as you do so. The princess, however, seems blissfully unaware of what it is exactly you are doing or not doing, for your fingers have begun to seize up with the front of her nightgown. She is not even looking at you. Instead, her gaze is directed beyond your shoulder to the windowsill and the sky beyond it. It isn't particularly sunny, but I don't think it's too cold outside. Going for a walk might not be a bad idea. What do you think, dear one? You think that you would like to finish undressing the princess as soon as possible, so you can make some progress on dressing her again. The sight of all of this exposed skin is bad for your heart. Unfortunately, you are able to make quick work of the princess's nightgown despite your initial mishaps, spurred on perhaps by your anxiety. Tak, pierwszy raz będziemy widzieć kobiece ciało nagie, które nie jest naszym ciałem. Dlatego nasza bohaterka panikuje, bo tutaj jak to księżniczka ma w sumie się wziąć i sama rozbierać, no ale nasza bohaterka w sumie jak to inni też mają skórę i ciało pod ubraniami. You bid the princess to stand, which she does, and neatly she steps out of her nightgown, her emotions once again as graceful and as fluid as a dancer's. This task completed, you search hurriedly, worriedly for the princess's red dress. Where is it? You cannot find it. Sweat begins to prickle on the back of your neck. Your palms, meanwhile, feel uncomfortably clammy. The moments pass awkwardly, uneasily. As you search, the prince is standing there, all the while as naked as the day she was born. Why did you not find her dress before you stripped her of her night one? What a fool you are! The princess, not noting your panic giggles, then says, "Are you looking for my dress?" "Yes," you reply, your face flushed. "That is what you were doing." "I thought so. So I did wonder, before you started undressing me, why did you not ask where it was? Maybe it slipped your mind." "It has slipped your mind, yes, to your shame. You were too busy trying not to fixate upon the princess's bare skin to think about how best to conceal it." "My dress is in my armoire," the princess says, glancing over to the aforementioned piece of furniture. The armoire of hers is an intricately carved wooden structure, large enough, or so you estimate, to fit inside it enough dresses to attire a full ballroom's worth of princesses. "I like to wear the red one. It's my favorite. Would you be a dear and fetch it for me? I don't want to rush you, but it is rather cold in here, especially when I'm still naked." She raises a good point. You turn away from the princess and make your way to her armoire. Once there, you open its wooden doors and pursue the clothes hanging within. It is just as you expected. Inside the wardrobe lies numerous dresses, all of them finely sewn and decorated with no shortage of ribbons, lace, and iridescent pearls. You find the princess's red dress soon enough, then hurry to her side. With your spoil in hand, you hurry to dress her, concealing once again the princess's pale skin beneath layers upon layers of soft red velvet. She is easier to look at now, you think, with her skin concealed. That might have been the most nerve-wracking task you have ever had to accomplish, even more so that you perilous escape through the foggy forest. Why, it seems a small miracle you can still remember how to breathe. That's so much better. Thank you, dear one, for your help. You've not been here for a full day, but I already wonder what I'd do without you. Shyly, you assure the princess that you did nothing, really, nothing beyond your job. You did not do anything incredible. And in any case, being complimented by somebody so pretty is embarrassing. Aw, don't be like that. I want to compliment you. Why shouldn't I? When you've been so helpful. It'd be rude not to. And anyway, I think you're very pretty too. Oh my. Your face flashed from this, more deeply than ever before. You ought to count yourself lucky, really. What with all of this excessive blushing, but the princess does not seem to possess any vampiristic tendencies. You are making yourself quite the easy target. Now, the princess declares, why don't we go for a walk? It's a nice enough day, and I get so very bored of being cooped up inside. You can't think of any particular objections to raise to this remark, and you think that the princess might have a point. The castle, though expensive, is somewhat stifling. The walls are so very thick they put you in mind of a crypt. With your acquaintance assured, the princess quits her chamber, her posture elegant and her gait unhurried. She seems not to walk as she navigates her way through the seemingly endless hallways of her home, but to float like a cloud. The hem of her dress swishes around her legs, and her hair shifts like a shroud. The castle's courtyard, meanwhile, is sadly lacking in comparison to the princess's beauty. The courtyard is fenced in by the castle's walls, which look, in the starky mid-daylight, tall and imposing, faceless soldiers standing sentinel. Though the sun is out, it is not particularly bright, and neither is it particularly warm. The courtyard itself, meanwhile, is in a state of disarray. The flower beds are in shambles, all overgrown with weeds. It is all rather depressing. The princess's castle might be grand in scale, but the courtyard itself is simple, hemmed into a claustrophobic degree, like a coffin. My coś wiemy o... To Romela! The princess, however, seems not to share your dolorous mood. She instead looks elated by her newfound surroundings, a smile unwavering. She gambols about like a lamb, flitting hither and thither as she examines the weed-infested flower beds. Her frockling comes to a cease, however, by a bush. Bash your head against the... No. Bush. One is full of bright red roses. Oh, how very pretty. Do you not think they are gorgeous, dear one? The flowers are not too disappointing, you suppose? They make for a fine spectacle, in fact, a welcome splash of color when contrasted with the dullness and the drabness which permeates the rest of the courtyard, though the other flowers in the beds are withered things. It is not so for these roses. They are a rich bright red, just like blood, their heads so full they seem almost to droop beneath the weight of their own engorged petals. They are pretty in a sense, but there is something unsettling about them too, something that is almost obscene. Czy oni wszyscy w sumie byli zamienieni w róże? Dlatego jest tak pusto? How did these roses become so very red? Były skropione krwią ludzką. What has been sustaining them? Ciała. Could it be possible that these roses have been draining the life from the other flowers, which are struggling to grow within this garden? It is a fanciful thought, but... Oh, they are simply divine. Looking at these roses always lifts my spirits. They really are my favorite flowers. I simply must pick some of them. Perhaps I could use them to decorate my bedchamber. I could use a bit of color. The princess reaches out as to pluck one of the roses free from its resting place among its brethren. You watch her, you breath-bated, anxious that this gesture might result in perforated flesh and bright red blood. But the princess is not as clumsy as you fear. Of course she's not. Who did you think she was? You? Rather than worrying about the people, you would be better served if you worried more about yourself. The princess holds her newly pilfered rose to her nose and inhales, her eyelids falling shut as the flower's sweet scent washes over her. A few moments of silence pass. Then the princess begins to toy with the petals which adorn the flower's crown. Now let me see. I wonder what fate has in store for me. She loves me. The princess plucks a petal from the flower's overburdened head. She loves me not. The princess continues with this childish incantation, all the while stripping her rose slowly and methodically of its petals. These petals flutter about the princesses like bloody snow. Albo te róże reprezentują ludzi w zamku i po prostu ona weźmie i jeżeli tak, że jak się skończy to w sumie ktoś umiera. Podejrzewam, że jak loves me not. Ale zobaczmy. Those petals flutter about the princess like bloody snow. The princess's voice, meanwhile, echoes throughout the courtyard, even more melodic than the strains of a pianola. She loves me not, she loves me not. The princess's fingers hover over the final petal which crowns her newly denuded flower. Then with a triumphant smile she declares, "She loves me, I knew it." Watch the princess amused by her girlish good cheer. The little mantra she has been reciting is one that you are familiar with. The girl at the also used to engage in this little game. The younger ones, at least, who believed that a fairy tale prince would whisk them away. You might have participated in this game yourself when you were a child, but you never pinned your hopes and dreams on a handsome prince. Your interest in princess has always been minimal. Zawsze wolałaś księżniczki, co? When it comes to fair princesses, though, well, that is a different matter altogether, isn't it?